Welcome to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to be showing you all how to crochet this little beautiful flower. So let me go straight to the point, guys. So I'm going to be using my crochet hook 3.5 millimeters, and I'm going to begin with the red yarn. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a small knot like that, then I pass my hook. When you make a small knot, guys, you pass your hook inside like this, then you crochet 4 chain, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you come back to the position where you begin to make your knot. You make a slim stitch like this, then you're having your small magic knot. So the next thing that I'm going to do on my first row is I'm going to be crocheting 12 double crochet. So I'm going to begin with a chain of 3, 1, 2 and 3, then follow with my 11 double stitch plus this chain, making it 12. So I start my first double stitch, second double stitch, third, fourth, fifth, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So plus this first chain that I begin it with, it's going to make it 12 stitches. So I'm going to close my work. So to close your work, you come to your first chain where you crocheted your first chain. At the top of the chain, you pass your hook inside like that, guys. You bring out this yarn, then you close. So I've closed. So I'm going to cut the yarn, then I'll sew it in, then I'm going to change the yarn. So when you're working, guys, you make sure you're having your needle beside you and your scissors. These are very important whenever you are working on your crochet project. You have to know that automatic you have to have your needle, your scissors. These are important tools of crochet. So here is my first row of my beautiful flower. So the next thing, guys, that I'm going to do is I'm going to move next to the green yarn. So here is my yarn. So I put my hook like this. You take a yarn, you put it like this, guys. Put the yarn like that. You see this one in the middle, then you pull it out like that. So you bring your work back here, you pass your hook and you take the yarn and you pull it inside like this. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing, guys, is I'm going to crochet 5 chain. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So after my 5 chain, guys, I'm going to crochet 7 triple crochet, and I'm going to be crocheting it in a very special way. So I'm going to put 3 loops on top of my hook. I come back to the same hole where I begin with my chain. I remove my first, my second, 3 loops, 2 loops again follow, back to the same hole. I remove the first and the second. I add again another 2 loops, back to the same hole, the first and the second, another 2 loops again, the first and the second, another 2 loops, first and the second, another 2 loops, first and the second. So how many loops am I having on top of my hook now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So left 1 more, 2 loops, back to the same hole, guys. Remove the first and the second. So you have to have the total on top of your hook. You have to have the total loops of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and the 8. So you remove, you start now, you remove 2, you remove another 2, you remove another 2, you remove 2, you remove 2, you remove 2, then your final 2. So that's the first thing I'm having. So right now I'm going to come here on this hole here. I'm going to crochet 1 single stitch to the next hole, 2 single stitch to the next, 3 single stitch, then I'll crochet 2 chain back to the same hole here. I crochet another single stitch, making it 2, then I crochet 1 single stitch, 2 single stitch and 3 single stitch. Then here I'm going to crochet 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, like that. Then I come back to this hole where I begin, and now I'll put it there. I'll make a slim stitch. So this is the first stage of your work. So I come here, I'm going to make 1 single crochet to the next hole, then I'm going to crochet again another 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 chain. So I put 3 loops of my hook because I'm going to be crocheting triple double crochet. So I begin and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to crochet 8, just the same that I did here. So this 1 chain is going to represent 1 triple crochet, then followed by 7. So I remove my first, second, 2 loops on top of the hook, back to the same hole. You remove your first 2, your second 2, leave like that, 2 loops, first 2, second 2, another 2 loops, first 2 and second 2, another 2 loops, I'm putting all in the same hole, guys. First and second, another 2 loops. First and second, another 2 loops. First and second. So how many stitches how many loops am I having now on top of my hook? I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 8. So I'm going to start removing 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, then my final 2. So I come to this first hole here, I crochet 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and 3 single crochet. So on the 3rd single crochet, you crochet 2 chain, back to the same hole, you crochet 1 single crochet having 2 in the middle. So you crochet to the next hole, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and 3 single crochet. So on this end, guys, you crochet 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you come back to the same hole here and you make a slim stitch like this. Then to the next hole here, you make a single stitch. So I'm going to repeat this like this, guys, 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 loops on top of your hook on the first. Remove your 2. Remove the next 2. You add 2 loops. Remove the first 2. The second 2. Another 2 loops. First 2 and the second 2. Another 2 loops. First 2 and the second 2. Another loop again. First 2, second 2. Another. First 2, second 2. Another. First 2 and the second 2. So how many loops am I having on top of my hook? Now I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm going to start removing the 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and the 2. Then my first single crochet, second single crochet, third single crochet, 2 chain, back to the same hole, another single crochet, making it 2, to the next, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and 3 single crochet. So here I crochet 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I come back to the same hole here where I crocheted my 8 crochets and I make a slim stitch. So I move next to the next hole. I make 1 single crochet. So I'm going to crochet 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3 loops on top of the hook. Remove the first and the second. add 2 loops, first and the second. You add another 2 loops, first and the second, another 2 loops, first, second, another 2 loops, first and the second, another 2 loops, you remove your first, you remove your second, another 2 loops, first and the second. So I'm going to count now how many loops I'm having on top of my hook. I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and the 8. So I'm going to remove my first 2, second 2, third 2, fourth 2, fifth 2, sixth 2 and the last 2. So I come back on top here and I start with single crochet first, second and third. So I crochet 2 chain and back to the same hole. I crochet another single crochet. I move to the next 1, 2 and 3. So I crochet 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I come back to this very hole where I put all my 8 crochets, triple crochet, and I make a slim stitch like that. Then I move next to the next hole with a single crochet. So I'm going to crochet another 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 3 loops on top of the hook. I remove my first 2, another 3 loops, first 2, first 2, first 2, so how many loops am I having on top of my hook? I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So I start removing 2, 2, 2, 2. You make sure you remove just 2, guys. 2, another 2 and the last 2. So from here I start with my single crochet first, second, third, then 2 chain, back to the same hole. I make a single crochet making it 2, then to the next single crochet, single crochet and a single crochet. So now I'm going to make 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I come back to the same hole. I make a slim stitch with my 5 chain, then I move to the next hole. Here with my single stitch. So I have to have the 6. So you move here, pull your yarn, guys, move here, crochet here, 5 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 3 loops on top of here, hook, first, second, 2 loops, first, second, 2 loops, first, second, 2 loops, first and the second, another 2 loops, first and second, another 2 loops, first and second, another 2 loops, first and second. So I calculate how many loops are on top of my hook now. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So I start removing 2 2 2 2 2 2 and my last 2. So I come back here, I go with my single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, 2 chain, back to the same hole, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet and single crochet. So I crochet 5 chain, 1 2 3 4 and 5. So I come back to the same hole where I begin, then I make a slim stitch, then here I make another slim stitch, then I'm going to cut my yarn, then I'll use my needle to sew the yarn in. So this is my needle, I pass it in like that, then I put my yarn inside my needle like this, then I'm going to pull it in, then I'll cut. So guys, here comes my beautiful flower, as you can see, just like this one. So if you have watched up to this stage, guys, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching, guys.